This is Ron from Super 8 to Video. This is part 3 of how to set the proper speed on a Wolverine Movie Maker film using Video Studio Pro. I am going to double click on this Video Studio Pro shortcut icon to start the program. I am dragging this film up here instead of directly on the timeline. Now I am doing the same thing with these two movies. When I drag the first movie down to the timeline, this Smart Render box comes up, and I always say yes to it. I am now remaximizing Video Studio Pro by left-clicking this square so it takes up the whole screen. Let's grab the scrubber and pull it over a little bit past the leader tape, right about here. Pay attention to this area down here. When I click scissors to split the clip, left-click this clip on this side. This is the leader. See, I'll show you by playing the clip. Then just enter delete on your keyboard to delete the leader. Let's play the movie. Notice how the leader tape is missing? Now we're going to bring in dog in yard and bring in dog on the roof. This one here was 8mm done at 16 frames per second. By double-clicking the clip, then selecting Speed, Time Lapse, I'm setting it at 53%. Now, this one here was a Super 8 film, but just for fun, I'm setting it to play 3 times as fast by putting in 300%. Now, let's come up here to File, and then Save As. This box comes up. Over here where it says Save In, click this down arrow and I'll choose Desktop. Down here in File Name, I'm going to name the project. Keep in mind this is the project we are naming, not the movie. I will name the project AAA and I'm clicking Save. I'm minimizing this window by left-clicking this line. And here's the project right here. I'll drag the project over here so you can see it separately. Keep in mind, if I were to close and then open this project, it would look just like it does now with all the changes. Notice the leader is missing from the very first film. This is because I saved all the changes to the clips. I am now putting it back into the unmaximized state by left-clicking here. These 3 videos over here are directly from the Wolverine and play too fast. They are never messed with. The leader that is missing is not missing on this original film. Video Studio Pro only looks at these 3 movies and makes copies of them with the changes I just did in this project we called AAA. I'll close this project down. Let's say you want to rename this movie because you notice it was misspelled. So now you name it Leader. Then you come to Project and open it up. This box comes up and notice here where the movie is supposed to be, that's telling you it cannot find the file. I'll close all this down. I'll rename it back like it was, in other words, to the original name. Now, when we open the project, it can find it again. I'll rename it again. All I'm doing is I'm going to put a space in here. So I just put a space. Now when we reopen it, it can't find it again. So be very careful when you're naming your videos from the Wolverine. Now I'm coming over here and deleting the AAA's project. I'm totally deleting it. This is how I actually usually organize my films. I am going to drag all 3 films to this folder. I named the folder for this tutorial FFF, so it is easy to recognize. I'm starting a whole new project now. I'm dragging the films from my FFF folder up here instead of directly to the timeline. I'll now remaximize Video Studio Pro by left-clicking this square. I am now dragging the 3 movies down to the timeline. This film is 8mm, so I am putting in 53%. This last film, just for fun, I'll put in 300%, which will make it play 3 times faster. I'm going to show you one more time how to delete the leader. Grab the scrubber and pull it over to the end of the leader. Click on the scissors, come down here, select it by single left-clicking the clip with the leader, and hit the delete key on your keyboard. Now we're going to save the project. Come up to File, Save Project As, left-click the down arrow, select Desktop. Now scroll down to FFF, select Open. In File, Name, I'll put in BBB. I'll minimize Video Studio Pro. Now, when we look in my FFF folder, all my films are there, plus the BBB project. If you'll notice, the leader tape on this film is still there, but when I open up the BBB project, the leader's gone on this film because that's one of the changes that I made. This film here would now play super fast because remember I set it to 300%. Now let's do what is called render this film, which really means copy these 3 films into one movie with all the changes. Select Share up here, click this box next to Same as Project Settings. Next to File, Name, we will call the movie CCC. Next to File Location, we will click on the folder icon. Click on the down arrow if Desktop is not already selected, then scroll down to FFF. Left single click FFF. Select Open, then hit Save. Now click on Start and the movie will render. I am skipping to the end because this can take a long time. The more changes you do to your films, the longer the render can take. I have had some renders that took over an hour. I am closing everything down so we can go to the FFF folder. This is the project. This is the movie. I'll double-click the movie and let Windows play it. Notice it starts without the leader. I'll fast forward to the 8mm film, see it plays at the correct speed. Now, when I go to the Dog on Roof video, I set at 300%. My dog, he moves super fast. I am now closing the movie down. I'm going to pick up this whole folder and take it to my USB hard drive. I mean the whole folder and everything that's inside. The project, the movie, and all 3 Wolverine videos. It's all being moved to the external drive. First, I have to plug the Transcend external USB hard drive into one of my USB ports and wait for it to load. By hitting the Windows key and the E at the same time, this box comes up. In my case, the external drive is called Transcend E. Yours would be called something else though. I'll drag the folder by holding the right click and then choose Move. So I have now moved the folder to my external USB drive. Now, when I open the project, it can't find any of the files because it is being opened from my external USB drive. The folder has to be opened where it was created or saved at originally, which in this case was the desktop. Then, when the project is opened from the desktop, not the external hard drive, but the desktop, it will find all the files again. The rendered movie will play from the hard drive though. I keep all the films and the project and the movie in one folder. This way, if I found a mistake, for instance, remember the film with the leader? I removed the leader but did not slow the film down to the correct speed. Since I kept all the films and the project together, even if it was months from now that I noticed the mistake, all I have to do is copy the folder to the desktop, open the project up and change the speed of that one film and render the film again. This is Ron from Super 8 to Video signing off. If you want to go to the other videos in this series, all you do is go right up to here, click on it, click on this. This takes you to my web page. Scroll down a little bit. This, and this you can pretty well ignore, but these blue ones, that's part 1, part 2, part 3. This coming soon is a video on X8, X9, and X10 of Video Studio Pro. X10 being the latest one, which is April 1st, 2017. This right here, if you click on it, it'll take you to Corel's site at Video Studio Pro. You can download their latest version, X10, for free and try it for 30 days. This here's if you want an older version. It'll take you to Amazon and you can buy one of the older versions of Corel Video Studio Pro. Basically, that's it from this point. I'm just going to let it go to the blue screen and let you make your decision.